Hey coaches, here are the 10 best formations for youth football. Now I have these in number order, but I'm not saying the wing tee's number 1 and number 10. Okay, and the wishbone's number 10. I'm saying that these are the 10 best formations. What what's the best formation for your team? That really depends on, your team skill set and what you're able to coach, kind of what you want your identity to be. How many skilled kids you got, how many linemen you have. So all that factors into what formation will be best for you. Okay. However, these 10 formations are great regardless of your team skill set because they're difficult to align to. Okay, they'll give your kids nice blocking angles. You could outnumber them at the point of attack. They have great play action passes off of this, and you could build systems around it. Okay, so again, the best formation for you does depend on a couple different things, but honestly, regardless of your skill set, these formations are great. Okay, and then again, the wing tee is we have these in number order, but we're not saying wing tee's the best and wishbone's the 10th best. Okay, we just have 10 formations, and again, which is best for you out of these, that's determined by your team skill set. Now let's get into this is obviously if you follow our page, we're a big wing tee guy. So this is a blue formation. Okay, your typical two wing backs. You got your fullback split in here. What's great here is the two wing backs, they create alignment conflict for the defense. Okay. There's run, even though the tight end's to the left and the run strength is definitely here. Having this wing, even though he's not until we label him a slot, but having this slot slash wing, okay, he's not a tight end, but he pretty much can be considered one. It's not a three-man surface, but when he blocks, it essentially is. So it's almost a balanced formation as far as the line goes. But and this tight end wingback flank is very difficult to align to. It's a very heavy run strength, and it's also a pass strength because there's two eligible receivers here. So how teams align to this tight end wingback flank, does determine what play you'll call, but it's a very difficult, side. The wingback tight end flank, very difficult to align to, and there's a lot of different run plays and blocking combination and passing concepts that you could run to this side. So I personally like the tight end wingback flank. You're going to see that on a couple of these formations. But there's a lot you could do with two wings. Okay, come in motion, you could rocket, you could jet sweep. Obviously you got your trap, you got your belly play, you got your down play. So there's a lot you could do here. You can run post wheel. The passing concepts are great here. You could compress the split end in, do some kind of out breaking route. You could press him out and breaking route. You could bring him down, have him crack on jet sweep. That's what we do a lot. So, and there's a lot of different passing combinations you can do to the split end and slot side too. So, this is a great formation for youth football because it utilizes a lot of down blocking. You could run the bug sweep, gap down back, or he's going to insert, or you could have him block down. He's going to pull, kick, pull, wrap. So, this is your wing tee formation. You get your basic buck, trap, counter, can run power at it. So it's a great formation that utilizes a lot of deception. Okay, there's a lot of different fakes going on here. And in youth football, having deception is key. You need to be deceptive. So again, it's a great formation. The wingback tight end flank is nasty. Okay, here's the beast formation. Here is probably my favorite formation, something that we've had a lot of success with in the past. I mean, we've been running the beast formation since like 2005, 2004 maybe. So we've been doing this a long time, much longer than anyone else on the internet, you'll see. So, we are kind of the OGs of the beast formation here. But beast formation, we like it. This is more so balanced, even though the backfield isn't balanced, the line is balanced. So what I like about this formation is that the line is balanced. So there's two tight ends. Okay, the formation isn't balanced because there's obviously more players on this side of the center, but the line of scrimmage is balanced. So that forces the defense to balance up too. So, if they do overshift to the B side, okay, you can go back to the other side where you still got a three-man surface, and then if you pull him, or however you want to do it, you'll have numbers to the weak side too. So if the defenses don't shift properly, you just keep gutting them on power here. If they overshift, it gives you the ability to hit backside. Now a lot of teams will go like super unbalanced beast, which we have too. They'll bring this tackle over. Let's just bring tackle over. Switch these. We call this formation heavy. heavy right, which tells our left tackle to go left. So now, and our tight end bumps down. So he's still eligible too. So that's a nice little trick here too. A lot of people think this is a tackle, but he's actually a tight end and he's eligible. So got a 2-man blocking surface here, and then bringing that tackle over, it gives you more size, an extra player, and creates an extra gap for the defense. So you could see we're really strong to this side. And even if teams do a shift properly to this 4-man surface, okay, line surface here, you still can go back. You could pull a guard, you could pull these kids. So again, this formation is pretty nasty, and you could build a whole offense around this formation, or you could just have a couple plays. You could have power, a sweep. Okay, you could have a counter off of it, some kind of interior ISO, whatever you want to run. That complements your main stuff. Say you're a spread team, you're running inside zone or outside zones. What you have your offense build around. This is a nice changeup. And what's great about the beast is, there is a handoff exchange. Okay, if you have the back come this way or he catches it and hands off here. So there are handoff exchanges, but what's great is it's direct snap right to your running back. So there's a little bit less handoff exchanges, less risk of fumble, and you're gaining an extra blocker. Your quarterback hands the ball off, he'll probably carry out a fake, okay, and he's done. It's useless. When you don't have a quarterback, you're snapping it to your one of your best players and letting him go. So you're gaining an extra blocker at the point of attack. So and you could still run all the plays you would. It's not like a gimmicky offense, right? If you run the I formation with true quarterback, you run power to the right. Quarterback's handing off, you're running power. The only difference here is if we run power to the right, there's no handoff. So it is real football, right? We're running power. It's blocked the same, just like it would be out of I formation or wishbone with the quarterback handing off. The only difference is there's no handoff. You're just snapping it to the right back, right to the back. So it's more efficient, and it's a lot less. It's a lot less risk of fumbles. All right, this is one of my favorite formations here. We have a really good team in our league that runs 20 personnel. They do it very well. Okay, so I like so they're a challenge to play, and they've been winning the league every year. So 20 personnel formation's really good, and honestly, we're thinking about adding some of it to our playbook this upcoming season because it is a nasty formation. Okay. What I like about the 20 personnel formation, and we have a really good football playbook for this, which you could see in description, or I'll put a YouTube card on or whatever. But what we like about this formation is it's spread, but it's also gives you a run heavy look. Having this H back is almost like a tight end. He's not a tight end, he's not on the line of scrimmage, but he's an H back, which is pretty much can be used as a tight end. You could bump him out, you could cheat him in, you could cheat him in even more in kind of like a sniffer look. So, it gives you a pass strength, but also, it gives you a good run strength with this H back. That's used in kind of like a fullback sense. Get a lot of good passing combinations out of here to the twin side. Okay. You could put the formation here opposite of H, so you kind of get a 2x2 look. Okay, so you get 2x2. You have 2 eligible receivers here, 2 eligible receivers here. So you could go like this. You could do a direct snap to your quarterback. So I mean, there's a lot you can do with this formation. But the best plays out of this formation is power and counter. What this does, putting twins to the H-back side, it'll pull out a linebacker, or they'll have to roll down the safety. You're going to have to adjust to this guy, because if they don't, you could turn and just throw to him. You could run power here, pull that outside linebacker out to the slot, run power here. Okay, you could run counter coming back this way with the quarterback. You could run counter coming back this way with the tailback, where he gets the handoff, stops, and comes back this way. You could attach simple RPOs. You could have this kid run a now screen or a bubble. So when you reading power and you could see they're not matching, or this kid's blitzing off the edge, you could pull the ball and throw here, and then you got 2-on-1. So 20 personnel formation is great because, it gives you kind of that spread philosophy, that spread tactics, while also maintaining a strong inside run threat. So big fan of 20 personnel. Again, check out our playbook, because the playbook's one of our best-selling ones. It's nasty. This is a very nasty formation. Split backs is traditional one. Okay, this is kind of more so a traditional formation. This is something we've ran in the past. Not so much lately, but we do like this formation. I like it. You could split out a receiver and just have the wing, or you could take the wing and split him out. Say you want to get a kid plays, you could split him out here, and then nothing changes. But what I like about the split back formation is that you have a three-man surface to each side, so there's double tight ends, so run strength, there's a balanced line. The formation isn't balanced, okay? The line is balanced. Okay, that's a lot of people think unbalanced. There's unbalanced line and there's unbalanced formation. They're different. Alignment does vary depending on if they're unbalanced line or unbalanced formation. And then I say alignment for the defense. Okay, so I like the double tight end look here. It gives you the ability to go left or right. As I said earlier, I do like the tight end wingback flank. I think it presents alignment conflict for the defense, and it gives you several different blocking and pass options here. Okay, a lot of different pass combinations you could do to the tight end wingback flank. Okay, so I like counter out of here. Split back counter. You always hear split back. You think veer right option. We have the dive guy. He'll be pitch. Leave the end unblocked. So you get your split back option. In my opinion, the best play is the counter. He'll fake this way. He'll jab step to come back this way. You could pull lineman. You don't have to. You get nice simple dives out of here. You get traps. So it's a very simple formation that gives you a lot of deception. So it's really great for the younger age levels of football, or even the older age levels of youth football. We in 2018 was the last time we ran some split back stuff, and we ended up winning our regional championship. So we won our league championship, and we won Eastern Region Pop Warner Championship 2018 with this. So it's a good formation, really good play action. Again, the counter is the best play. There's a nice counter pass you can implement on this. We have a ton of resources on our website about the split back, a lot of plays, free playbook on there, so go check that out. Just type in split backs in the search feature and it'll come up. Um, but again, yeah, I love the double tight end set. You could easily go unbalanced. I'm not going to bring the tackle over just to save time. Okay, this would be the tight end. Okay, you could bring your left tackle over. You go four-man surface here, run that way. So you could easily go unbalanced. You could stay balanced here. You can move the wing out. Okay, there's a lot of different things you can do. Split back's great formation, especially for the younger age levels. Doesn't get any more simpler than the I formation, right? I mean, this offense has stand the test of time. It's still used in every level of football. You could use the I formation with the wingback out wide as a receiver, get this kid plays, or if you have a good receiver, you could split him out, take the corner out of the play. There's different passing concepts you can implement to this kid, or you could just keep him in. And again, tight end wingback flank, right? We've shown you a lot of that with these formations. That gives you a lot of different run pass options. Obviously, you got power, you got counter out of this, you got a fullback trap. Okay, you got a nice wingback counter. You get a really nasty play action passing play off this. You can fake power. He can run a corner. He can run a post. He could block. Fullback could hit the flat. You could hit waggle out of this. Okay, some kind of boot. You could go weak. And again, I like the double tight end look because the line is balanced. So you have a strong run threat to the left and to the right. Obviously, more so to our right because we have the wing back here, so the defense should really adjust to the unbalanced formation here. But if they overshift, you could go back this way. And you could do things like this too. You could move the tight end out. Okay. We would call this O tight. Okay. If we want to go split right, we would go this. Split right, tight end would be a receiver out here. The wing back would still be here. If we go O tight, that would tell we're going tight. Obviously, we have two tight ends, so that's kind of, if I recall properly, that's the terminology we use. But yeah, there's a lot of different plays you could get out of this. I formation is great for youth football. I'll start picking it up here. All right, double wing offense, very very good offense. One of my favorite offenses. Okay, I feel like it's very underutilized on the youth football level. I like the double tight ends with the wing. Obviously, you'll get the wing, double wing, superpower. QB pitches to pull the guard, pull the tackle, even the quarterback turns and goes to block. So you're getting like 9 guys at the point of attack. There's several different blocking concepts you could use here. You could use angle blocking, you could use down blocking, which is essentially angle blocking. You could use double teams at the point of attack. So basically, you get double teams on all the D linemen. You're gonna kick out the edge guy. You're gonna pull and wrap these back guys. So and then wedge out of the double wing formation is great. A couple years ago, we played a really good double wing team. We have a pretty from playing them a couple times each. Well, we play them like twice a year. We play them regular season, and we probably see them in the playoffs. So after playing them a couple times, we had a pretty good handle on how to defend power and counter. But if we when we committed to stopping power and counter, wedge is what hurt us. Okay, and then we could commit to stopping wedge, then power and counter would hurt us. So it was kind of like picking our poison. Okay, I feel like we have a good handle on it for the most part, just from trial and error. But this double wing formation is nasty. Okay, like I said, we came out, we wanted to stop power and counter. And then wedge, we were a little bit vulnerable for that. So, this is just overwhelming offense. You're gonna have a ton of blockers at the point of attack, especially whether it's power or this kid comes in short motion and they're on counter this way. You're gonna get a whole bunch of blockers at the point of attack. You're gonna get double teams or down blocks, however you want to block it. And then you get the wedge play is like one of the best plays in football. And then you can sneak unbalanced here. You go heavy left, heavy right, which would take our left tackle over. I'm just bringing our tight end over now, but you could bring another lineman over here, go unbalanced and still run power. So you could even spread the field a little bit and run. Kind of this looks more so like a flex bone, but you could spread the field and run your power, wedge, or counter. So double wing's a nasty formation. It's great for all age levels of football. Very much underutilized. Um, Transition to single wing. I think it's very much underutilized on youth football level too. This is sort of like the beast formation, except this is unbalanced single wing. Okay, in my beast formation, we have a three-man surface to each side. Our beast formation is unbalanced, but the line isn't. The line is balanced. So here, it's an unbalanced line and an unbalanced backfield. So, you have a very heavy unbalanced formation here. And a single wing is great. Direct snap to your best player and go. And there's a lot of great deception out of this offense too. You have the spinner series where the quarterback is basically turning his back to the direct snap player. I don't know if single wing guys call their direct snap player a quarterback, but I have him as a tailback here. You single wing guys could let me know. But for me, it's our tailback. So like our direct snap player catches it, he could spin. Again, the spinner series is really good. You got great power out of here. Very difficult formation for teams to align. Okay, if they don't scout you and practice alignment to this, you're just going to gut them all day. And even if they do practice alignment, a lot of times they won't align properly. They'll either still undershift or they'll overshift. And even though we have a four-man blocking surface here, we still can go back this way. So the single wing, you can run direct snap to him, fake it to him. There's just so much you can do with the single wing, and it's very much so underutilized on youth football level, at least in my area. I'm not going to speak for every league in every state in this country, but I know in our area we don't see a lot of single wing teams or double wing teams, which we're happy about because this is another nasty formation. So single wing is great for all age levels of football. It gets you a lot of blockers at the point of attack. It utilizes an unbalanced formation with some wing backs, which will create alignment conflict for the defense. So most of the time you'll either have them outnumbered or outflanked, sometimes both. So great formation for youth football. Just like the beast, it eliminates the quarterback handing off to someone else. Okay, and you're essentially losing the player. So the single win's really good. Very good on the younger age levels and on the older age levels as well. So big fan of single wing. The last 2 years, I think, 2020, and then this past season we used some 3x1 with the nub. Okay, nub is the tight end side. So what we like about this is that and our Z isn't as spread out as most 3x1. He's almost like a wingback, a little wider than a wing. Okay, and why we like to do that because we kind of want him insert himself on some runs and stuff. But 3x1 formation has been great for us. We didn't run it as much this year because of personnel. But in 2022, we had a really good season running this. So this is a great formation because you get a pass strength to the right and a run strength to the left. Now, the run strength is to the left here for the defense would be there, right? but it still gives you the ability to run to the right because you do have 3 players out here. So a lot of times this pulls defenders out of the box, and then it gives you the ability to run inside. That's essentially why we used it. Is we do like the snag passing concept. Get a snag by him, corner from 2, and out from 3 from our Z here. Okay, the out from Z is pretty much always open. And the corner out is always open too. But so you get a lot of great passing. You get a nice flood concept. You get a slot fade out of this. You could go 4 verts out of this, and snag, as I just said, even smash concept out of this. So there's a lot of great passing concepts here. You also have your tight end. I like tight end seam out of this. I love buck sweep out of this. Okay, we would gap down back, or pull kick, pull wrap. Okay. Like I said, this creates alignment conflict. The team defense has to adjust to the 3 receivers. If they don't, say they only bump out 2, we have 3 over 2, so we're going to now screen it. Okay, or you could run bubble 2. We run now. Okay, we'll either say now 1, now 2, now 3, which is if we say now 1, it's a now screen to the X, now 2, now screen to the slot, now 3, a quick now screen to the Z. So depending on who they're covering will determine who we go with the now to. Most of the time the now is to our slot. He'll just turn here and fake the now screen. So if they respect your twins, you could run inside or run away from it. If they don't respect it, you could pass to it or throw some kind of perimeter screen. So love 3x1 with the nub tight end. Oops, sorry. You can have him as a receiver too if you want. Okay. Put in another receiver. Here you go. True 3x1. But we like the 3x1 with the nub because we could still use him as a pass threat and also a run blocker. Whereas if he's out here, the run option to this side is much weaker. We can only use him really as a pass threat. I mean, obviously he'll stalk block the corner or run off, but when he's out here, he's only a passing threat. When he's here, he's a passing threat and gives another gap for the defensive defense. So that's why we like the 3x1 with the nub. Okay. 2x2. Okay, 10 personnel here, one back, no tight ends. Very common formation in youth football. I like 2x2 and running inside. I do. I like 4 verticals out of 2x2. Great concept. QB runs inside zone out of 2x2. Again, spreads the field, gives you the ability to run inside. You could utilize some jet motion stuff, some jet sweeps. Okay, if they don't match your 2x2, they don't match numbers. You've got perimeter screens here. You can run some tunnel to the outside guys. You can run a bubble, a now screen. Okay, you can run a tunnel this way. So 2x2 is great because if they don't respect it, you throw it outside. If they do respect it, and you run inside. 2x2 does lighten up the box and keeps the safety back. Okay, so 2x2 is great formation. Again, you can utilize buck, you can utilize outside zone. If you got a mobile quarterback, when you spread the field, it gives this kid some options to run too. So if you have a mobile quarterback, 2x2 is a great formation to utilize. All right, and then wishbone. I have this drawn up as unbalanced. So that would be our heavy. I'm sorry, there's a really loud helicopter going over my house. I'm not sure if you guys hear it, but I apologize for that. All right, but the wishbone formation is great. Much like the I formation for me, you get double tight ends. You obviously could have one of these kids split out if you want. I like the wishbone formation because you got 3-man blocking surface. This is truly to each side. This is truly a balanced formation. This truly makes the defense have to defend both sides of the formation. Okay, so it's great. You don't know which way they're gonna go. So you could get a lot of power. You get blast at the point of attack. Okay, you can run a blast play, get 2 lead blockers. You could run power. You could run a quick trap, quick dive, QB wedge. You could run counter. You could get a nice toss play out of this. You can go unbalanced. You could fake power, run a play action pass to your tight end. You could sneak this tight end behind too. Hit this kid in the flat. So there's power, there's counter, there's dive, there's trap. There's boot, there's power pass, counter pass. So, even if you have a couple kids you have to get plays with, you could put them to the left side and run right. So you could put minimum play kids here and then run that way. So this formation is great because you could put in minimal play kids to one side and still have a lot of blockers to the side you're running to. So it's a great way to hide a couple of your weaker players. It's a great formation to build around. Like I said, you get your basic power, counter, trap, dive, toss, and play action pass out of this. So you can't go wrong with the wishbone formation. All right, guys. So hope you enjoyed the video.